In the previous episode, Maple Creek Lane had a secret keeper. Nobody knew who ran at Maple Creek Tea. 4,200 followers. Zero mercy, zero hesitation. Whoever it was, they knew things. The kind of things you only know if you live here, if you watch, if you wait. Emma Hargrove was 16 years old, a straight-A student, and the most dangerous person on the street. She checked the post. 847 likes, then 1,200. She put the phone down. The Hargrove house, 6 in the morning. Karen's window, lit. Emma's window, lit, but the light was moving under the covers. Brad's car, not in the driveway. Karen Hargrove was not a woman who panicked. She was a woman who organized. She screenshotted the post, texted Linda, texted Ruth, started typing Brad's name, and stopped herself. She put the phone down, then picked it up again. Opened the post, 300 new comments since she'd last looked. She read every single one. By 6:15, the whole street knew. Linda Chen nearly choked on her yogurt. Deja Mitchell saw the notification mid-reel and did something she almost never did. She stopped filming. Marcus Webb, on shift at Station 7, got shown the post by a colleague who didn't even live on Maple Creek Lane. And Ruth Peterson, already on her porch at 5 a.m., read it quietly, put her phone in her lap, and looked at the sky, like she'd been expecting it. Tyler Hargrove was 13 years old and had been running a parallel investigation for 6 weeks. He'd read 41 true crime books. He understood pattern recognition. He understood that the person with the most access to information is almost always someone nobody suspects. He stood in Emma's doorway at 6:22 a.m. and said 4 words, "I know it's you." Emma said 2 words back, "Prove it." Tyler smiled. He didn't need to. Emma Hargrove had run at Maple Creek Tea for exactly 3 months. Now her brother was sitting at her desk, and he wanted to talk about their father. Emma had a photo she hadn't posted. Brad Hargrove, not at his office, not at a client dinner, at a bank, across the table from a man in a suit whose face was never quite in frame. Tyler stared at it for a long time. He asked if she knew who the man was. Emma said, not yet. What she didn't say was that she'd been watching him for 3 weeks. Downstairs, Karen poured her second cup of coffee. The post had 3,600 likes now. She looked at the ceiling, toward Emma's room, then back at her phone. She was thinking, who on this street hates us enough to do this? She was not thinking, my daughter is 12 feet above me, running the whole operation. Some distances are longer than they look. Karen made a list. She was good at lists. Ruth crossed out. Too old for Instagram, she wrote, which showed how little she understood Ruth. Linda crossed out. Too obvious. Deja underlined twice. Sophia Reyes question mark. Kevin Gwen 2 question marks. Brad Hargrove saw the post at 6:41 a.m. His face did something interesting. He called a number with no name attached to it. It rang twice. Nobody answered. He sat in his car for 4 more minutes, then drove away. The envelope was on the mat when Karen opened the front door at 7 a.m. No stamp, no return address. Typed, "Tell your daughter to delete the post, or the next one is about you." Karen looked up at the cul-de-sac. Perfectly still. Nobody. Poured wine at 7 in the morning, which told you everything you needed to know about where the day was going. Tyler turned to his corkboard. Brad at the bank, the man in the suit, the car parked at the wrong address. He picked up a pen, added 1 more card. 4 words. Who sent the warning? Because whoever sent that envelope knew about Emma, and that meant someone else on this street was watching. Karen Hargrove had called the right person. She just didn't know yet what that meant. Ruth Peterson had been waiting for this call since the block party. Since before the block party, if she was being honest, which Ruth was rarely, and never about things that mattered. Ruth was always 3 steps ahead. The question nobody thought to ask, the question nobody on Maple Creek Lane ever thought to ask, was 3 steps ahead of what?